Hey everybody. You streaming? Hey.
Hello.
Hello, hello. So this is the meeting for HVRE for in 2018, 7/15. So we're going to go through and talk about exactly what we did this week, and then we're going to talk about what we did doing for next week. Um, if you have any, and then anything else can be left towards the end if you want to talk about design things or whatnot. So let me see real quick. So as you know, you can find out information about the meeting notes, recordings, the project budget sheet, and also the design doc. So for this week in design, we continue to solidify the design parts to give from get from last week. I'm sorry, from last week, continue to solidify the design parts and get help from the art team to see how it can help, how it can work for the technical to make. That makes sense in my head when I wrote that. I'm so sorry. Um, we discussed the use of the book, the layouts, and the tabs for it. We also figured out how objects are going to be placed in the world when you after you create them. And also the decision on the regions was tubes, fantasy, ice water, and alley. So, all right, technical, go ahead.
Uh, so this past week I made like a prototype for having the book idea in the world. Um, and right now it's just like it's like cube that I scaled and put the old UI on top of. Um, just to sort of see a little bit like what it's like to interact with UI that's in the AR world. And right now it's just it's just in a fixed place, like relative to like your little play area. Um, we talked about, or like Leonard talked about different ideas of like it following you or something maybe, but for now it's just in a fixed place and to see how that feels. It's and I made a build. I put builds up on the Play Store one and the Google Drive for people if they want to try it.
Awesome. Yeah,
Great
I'm gonna
job.
have to. Good job, Shay. Thank you, buddy. All righty. Um, awesome to hear that. Our department. So you can go ahead.
Yeah. You did mention the let's see, getting the help from the art department on how I guess to see how all the toys and objects in the scene, um, like how they're placed and that kind of stuff. That's one thing I didn't get to this week.
You're
Uh,
fine.
my focus was on, let's see, on Tuesday we were drawing up the book layout with physical paper binder. But I guess the main focus this week was um, the colors and thinking about how the colors would change.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see that on the design and art page. And I just edited it to add some arrows showing how you can go from neutral onward. Um, and then I had a thought, how would the colors shift? So instead of like having like a gradual fade between each colors, I think it'd be better just to have like a little flicker. Uh,
Like a flicker between
each color.
change in color.
Yeah.
So it's like oh I'm green. Ah now I'm red.
Yeah. Well, from green to yellow.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
It would flip to yellow.
Yeah, exactly. I did not go to Roger Biv. I just chose two different colors.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, that's basically all I showed. I didn't really go into detail about what we want to think about for how long it takes or what causes it. But well, yeah, I showed some list a list of what we have in the design doc currently, of what could happen for negative reactions or positive reactions. I think we could still brainstorm a couple ideas for each to see what would happen, what could happen for us or the cats if something, if
Where
the
did
mood
you
was
put those
higher
on
or
the
lower.
design document?
Those are under right next to the color layout.
Oh, so this
So
is
under
up
the
here.
definitions, yeah.
There it is.
FYI, you need to pause before it'll record, so when you find it, make sure you don't like scroll back and forth. There you go. So
I believe it's a little bit down. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, there's some examples someone wrote. Super unhappy, hides in tower, or may leave the play area. Maybe when the app is closed. Happy, when the cat's happy, get a unique animation. You get extra crafting items, or maybe, I don't know if we want to do this, but like an actual toy that doesn't have to be crafted. Maybe that could be the highest level, or you get a few crafting items and an actual toy that you don't have to craft. But that's up for debate.
Yeah, we'll have to talk about that.
I didn't list level up cats players. I'm not sure how, if like that's something we're considering.
I think right now I don't know if we're going that level. I don't. Yeah, it's to me that's like a balancing of like how much information is coming in to say how much you level up. So you have to be able to. There has to be something coming in like you're actually like. I mean, how many cats come in or something like that. There has to be a value that is helping and increasing it to actually level up. And I don't think we actually have anything at this time to do something like that.
Right. So we need to think of something else since we have 3 levels to the right and to the left of neutral. 3 positive and 3 negative effects. Besides that, I'm just going to continue on what we did this week. Let's see, Jared modeled the regular mailbox. Looks really good. We made some changes to the green grass base. Made it a little bit smaller.
Mm-hmm.
It's still up for debate where that can be placed. If we want, do we want to give the player the choice to place the mailbox anywhere they want, or do we have a designated spot, maybe outside the fence, or
I think
behind
the designated spot's good.
I think designated spot is good too.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I don't think we want to have them controlling that much of that part of the environment because the fact that that's really important. And if they put it in the wrong spot, then it could just ruin a lot of things. So I'd rather just have it in one spot dedicated.
Yeah, so I'll probably think about that. I'll probably do like a quick example of that. Maybe have it outside the fence.
Yeah.
Or maybe in the back to the right of the base.
By the way, I also have it. Currently, I have the mailbox. I don't know if it's where we want it to be. I currently have the mailbox in there also. But,
oh, good. We do need to get it animated eventually.
It's not functional at all right now.
Yeah. Okay, I'll just move on. We have let's see, David uploaded a video of his animation. He's got the moving parts on the mouse. And I'm not sure how we go on from there, if like we're doing like the paths, right? So I need to ask him or need to communicate how we go on from there.
Yeah, I think I forgot what we decided upon. We might have to shoot.
I thought we were doing something programming wise.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Well, there's a couple options. I thought one was maybe just like have it just move to random points in the play area.
I think that was one of David's. Yeah, he mentioned that having multiple paths, multiple random paths.
Yeah.
And you guys were saying that the nav mesh and stuff is pretty good about being on the fly. So, you know, if there's something in the way, it'll go around it or whatever.
Right, exactly. Oh wait, this is the wrong one. My bad. Oh, there it is. There it is. I'm sorry.
Something like a mouse, the other option. So it's a nav mesh. It's a stupid toy. It could also just run into things and just it should stop when it runs into the box, but it could just run into the box also.
That's true.
Then how would it get back? Like, would it need to go back to its previous position, or can it just be somewhere else and stop?
It can be somewhere else and stop.
Huh. Okay.
Sorry, Shay. Go ahead.
Oh. Yeah, I can just stop. And well, because you do something like tap on it to make it move, right? You could just like come to a stop somewhere at some point and then you tap on it to make it move.
I like that. So I think we've agreed that holding on the mouse, and then when it clicks, it's fully wound up and then it goes. I'm not sure if we want to go as far as being able to hold it for like half that time, and so the mouse wouldn't be able to go as far, or if we want to just have it so it can only move if you wind it up all the way.
I mean, you could do generally like actual wind up toys. They just go longer the longer you wind them, I think.
Yeah, so is that something we can do? Is that possible?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll make a note.
Is that active? Wait. Oh, placed items. Okay. It's a placed item. Yeah, so try it. Let's so here's a suggestion I'm gonna make for this is that for the toys and whatnot, say your custom animations, model variations, the movement is like a coded path and it's a placed item. So we can know exactly like how it's going to be affected. So for this, it would be a active item. For this is, I think it might be an active item and all the other pieces. So
I think they're already in categories.
Are they already in categories?
Yeah, they're at.
Oh, they are in category. My bad. I am so
I
sorry.
believe I put them all in the right area.
Okay, cool. Active item. Oh, okay, neato.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. This is a toys attached to the camera, and it's the wound up mouse.
Oh, wait, toys.
So the wind up mouse would not be a active one. And
I guess I just put them all in the same category.
Yeah.
Animations.
Yeah. Yeah, so we might just we can go back and fix that real quickly because the placed items would be this
They're just there
that
to attract and the cats will play with them in the scene, but you don't actually interact with them. You just place them.
Right.
Which
well, there actually are some you actually interact with, like the ball and stuff like that.
I suppose that's like why he probably was a little confused with it because you're interacting with the toy, but it's not attached to the camera. So
exactly.
Do you want to further categorize with 3 different types, or how would you define that?
That's a good question. I would say, honestly, based upon how it works, it would be 3 categories. There's a placed item, there's active item, and actually, active, I would say change active, you keep active items, but change it to be in the world, interactable in the world, but then have another one's called like attached items, and those are the ones attached to the camera. So there'd be three different categories. So uh, uh, placed items, active items, and attached items. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So I'll
Just copy that and paste it below active items. Or actually, take active items because they're the ones that are. Yeah, copy active items to the to and scroll down and paste it at the bottom, and then we can put the attached items in there since there are so few, and call that attached items.
I wonder if there are any more attached items we can think of eventually.
well, we have the laser pointer.
Yeah.
And the string. Those are the only two right now I can get off my head, but we can figure out some more if we think about it.
You can make other ones a lot that are very similar to like the feather on a string idea.
Right.
You have slight variations on that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of. Might be nice if you had a third, like fundamentally different.
As far as the note in the design department goes, having the help from the art team to see how it can work for technical. Shay, could you give me any specifics on what you might need help with to see visually?
I think I think on Tuesday I got a decent idea. One of the things was like UI, like how the book is sort of laid out, which you can maybe do a little bit more work on. But I thought we got a decent idea of how that would be laid out on Tuesday.
Did you guys talk much more after I left and solidify anything?
Yeah, we pretty much
talked a little bit more about. Yeah, we talked a little bit more about the other, like the toys and treats and stuff, and how those would be laid out. I think we decided on.
All the pages were gonna be similar to that one with the four up and 3 circles next to it, but with the different categories.
Sort of like your page of cats, you'd have a page of toys and a page of treats. Not entirely sure on what we were gonna do with the towers, but.
And each item has like a character page, so every single thing has its own page that when you click into it, that's how you interact with it or create it or whatever is in that page. So the top page under each tab is more like a table of contents, and when you click on the actual item, you can go into it. You can scroll through the items with the arrow going left and right, and then there's a go back to the last item you looked at button, so that you can just go back one page. So if you're 3 in and they link to each other, so if you're on the cat page, you can click on the zone that they're from, or the region that they're from, and go to that region page. And if you want to go back to the cat, you can just hit back, so you don't have to go through the whole menu again.
Okay.
I'll upload the video. I forgot to do that. It's on my computer that ran out of batteries.
Are the images clear from that video of the pages? If not, could you upload pictures of
I'll upload pictures of the pages too, just so you have them.
Cool.
Awesome.
That's something I want to. Well,
I'll put it in the design document so that we'll have it
Okay,
there.
cool. Thank you. That's a really good idea.
I do like Jared's idea with his model.
What was his idea with his model?
I mean, like, actually having little 3D objects instead of flat 2D images.
Yeah, we're not gonna do that.
No? Okay.
No, it was an increase in scope.
It's more difficult to like lay out all that stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
So right now it's just using like Unity's UI system, which is really easy to lay out what's basically UI right now. The 3D stuff, sort of like what Jared made, would be more difficult to do.
Mm-hmm. So that's about it for what we have accomplished.
Okay, then. Coolly. Thank you for all you're doing. Definitely. Sorry, I'm just editing the thing. All right. Cool. Awesome possum. Thank you, art department. So quick thing in marketing, I did a screenshot Saturday yesterday, so I'm continuing to work on that for the time being. And I'm gonna do another one based upon the new update next week and stuff like that. So we'll continue on with the process. So for this coming week, I want to try to create a schedule for the project based upon the focuses that we have now, because I just want to make sure that we're like staying on track, because we just need to figure out exactly like how. So like when I say schedule, I'm talking about like the focus is on CAD interaction, the focus is on crafting and stuff like that. Those three pieces that we made, I want to make sure that like we're getting that like creating a schedule and making that work. So yeah, so goals. So I want to try to figure out a schedule for these goals and stuff like that. So we can try to continue process and everything. So we can have it like so we can say we achieved this goal 1, and then we can go back and say achieve goal 2 and stuff like that. So it seems like right now we're like doing goal 1 and goal 2 at the same time.
Well, we kind of have to.
Yeah, we kind of have to. I understand.
It's a design process, so
yeah.
I'm not sure we're going to be like, get goal 1 done, get goal 2 done, get goal 3
True.
done. I think what we're doing is we're kind of working through it.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm going to try to get to that part of the design document so I can scroll down to 3. But
maintain cats to farm rewards, providing them for what they're all like.
Yeah. So we're gonna have like we'd get some initial version of all the mechanics in.
Yeah.
And then like refine all those mechanics.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I think
add one and make it perfect, and then add the next one and make it perfect.
Yeah. I think we're kind of doing that. We're sort of working on 3. We worked through 2, and we're sort of working on like getting to 3 now to sort of get that worked out, and then we'll implement it once we have an idea of what we want it to be, and then we'll, like he said, just refine it. So I think we're doing this, but it doesn't feel like it because we don't have anything like hard. But the design is kind of, you have to pull from different directions a little bit.
Exactly.
So
okay.
I think we're doing okay. But I understand you wanting to get some sort of, because a lot of people work better with deadlines.
Yeah.
So is that the goal? Is that what you're aiming
that
for?
That was my goal, to make sure that we get like we have deadlines and stuff like that, to make sure. So it's kind of.
So you're feeling like we're not getting anything done. Is that why?
No. I feel I just want to make sure that we're like
on track.
Because we're on track, because we're halfway through the year, and so I just want to make sure that we're on track for the end of the year and stuff like that. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's what that was my reasoning for it. Mm-hmm. But if you feel like I don't know. So I just
we don't have any hard goals right now, which might make you feel like you're floating.
Yeah.
So that I can understand that. But I feel like we've made a lot of progress, especially meeting in person on Tuesdays. That's been really helpful.
Yeah, it has.
Working through things. So how about we think about how we can kind of, like, what kind of what kind of deadline do you really feel like you need? Because we aren't going to be able to say, okay, we'll have this design by that day, because remember, we've had this conversation before. Design is one of those things that it's never done. So we do need to cut it off at some point, which is kind of what the culling was before, where we cut out a bunch of scope and where we're having to say no to a lot of, neat ideas that might be cool, but we can't do it. We're just refining what we have right now. So,
So I have a thought.
mhm.
How about a beta to actually have folks play on the Play
That was the
Store?
goal over the summer, is to have a beta that people could be playing. So I think if we get the systems going with the mailbox and the book, that would
Yeah,
be basically a complete game.
And
right.
the toys.
Yeah, and the toys.
Yeah, yeah.
So
The
let's
mood
just work on
system.
level 1 for right now and get that done. And then after that we can worry about, like, okay, we're going to we have the cat, we have the mailbox that we get stuff from the cat. We make the cat happy, we make the cat sad. Um the cat reacts. We place toys, treats. We can upgrade the tower. And we use the book to do all of that. Once we have that basic functionality done, I think the rest of this is going to kind of get easier. It's that first hurdle of getting everything to work together that's a little bit, we're filling it out and we're trying to work our way through it. I think we're close. So,
Yeah.
Shay already having a lot of that stuff in there. I'm going to download that today, or update it from the Google Store today and play it. And I think we're on track. I don't think that there's anything that we're doing out of order right now.
Also,
No.
by the way, I realized the last build I tried to upload to the Google Play didn't actually. I never finished that.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know how many people ever played the. I had like a test of like the laser pointer and the feather on the string.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we did that.
I
You
didn't
actually
get to
play that a
play
little
it
bit?
yet.
Okay. I think I put it up on the drive, but I didn't actually finish putting it on the Play Store,
Okay.
which I realized when I went to upload another one today.
So is it in the
Um,
one that you uploaded today still?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
it's in the UI that's on the book now.
Okay.
There's like little buttons that just say laser pointer or laser.
Okay.
And feather or feather on string.
Awesome. Yeah, I'll test that
Yeah.
out.
Awesome.
And the cat doesn't actually play with it yet, but it was just like to see how it felt to have it dangling off your screen or whatever.
And it felt good. I have to say, I was like, this is really good. So it still felt good. So, all right. So, thank you, Shay, and also, okay, thank you, Shiloh. I'm sorry. Also, thank you, Shiloh. Um, all right. So we can talk about that. We don't talk about the beta stuff or whatever more. I think that because I would feel comfortable with trying to figure out some type of plan for that for the next coming months and everything. So
So one thing we can look at is
yeah.
if there are any events at any of the schools that are doing game design that we could maybe, like EKU. Do they have a summer thing that they're doing? Or
They don't have
BCTC? Do they have anything
um,
going on where the students are meeting for any reason? Because
I think they don't have a lot going on in the summer.
in the summertime.
At least at EKU, I think they don't have a lot going on.
and BCTC probably not either. I would
Do we have any
uh
jams coming up anytime soon? Is there a Ludum Dare?
the next Ludum Dare uh
Because if we can coincide with
it's
something that's already
26
going on,
26 days away. So
we might be able to take it to a jam. Like maybe we can host a jam location and then also have people test out the game or something with Run Jump Dev.
yeah, so it's 42 and Ludum Dare 42, 26 days away. I don't think we can do it in that time. Okay, so Ludum Dare 40th.
We could have something playable, I think.
Yeah, I think we could have something playable in a month. It's
In
almost
26
a month.
days?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we're pretty close.
All right. All right. I'm sorry, y'all.
There's still quite a bit to do.
Yeah.
All the new features we talked about, there's still a bit to do, but I think we could do it in a month.
You
Have
do it in a
some
month?
version of it in a month.
All right. Okay.
It doesn't mean we'll have like a finished game, but that gives you
Right,
a focus
exactly.
to get something playable. And if that gives you something to concentrate on. So what day is 26 days from now? That's
August 10th.
August 10th? Okay. I have D&D the next day, so.
True. Hold on 1 second. I am double checking something really quick.
Okay. Schedule? And that's 2 days before our milestone meeting, so that works out perfectly.
Wow. That's crazy.
Oh wait, no. I'm sorry.
I
Our
think that's-
milestone
No, no.
meeting's the week.
That's
No,
our
never mind.
milestones usually at the end of the month.
Yeah,
Yeah.
never mind.
Yeah.
I was looking at the wrong month.
So we'll probably need the new mood system and the new mailbox system in place.
Yeah, we need the book.
The book system.
Yep. To work with the toys and treats and listing everything so that you can create stuff to put in the scene, and then the mood system to gauge magnetism for the cats.
Okay.
It's all tied together, so kind of.
All right. Okay. Woo. Okay. Woo. Okay. Cool. All righty. Shay, let me know if you need any help in trying to make this possible, man. Because that'll be before I think my semester starts. I don't know when my semester starts. I might get busy before that time or whatnot. Yeah, I'll have to,
All right.
I'll have
Well,
to
that's
look at
it.
it.
We'll call it
Yeah,
tentative then. If you
Yeah.
guys are gonna have a hard time with it.
We'll see.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. I really appreciate that for considering that. All right. For the design department, continue working on the book. And I said, look into how, and I don't know what I was continuing with. So we'll just delete it. Yeah, dang it. That's what I do for doing that late at night. Continue working on the book. And then, I've been looking at the gameplay balance sheet and everything.
Yeah, I have some good articles on that. There's a couple from
Okay.
Gamma Sutra if you want to read it. It's intense. It's math.
Send it to me. Yeah, I understand. You can send it to me and everything, and I'll take a look at it.
Yeah.
Because I started on something right here, but this might be the wrong way of laying it out. And so if I give an example of how to like make it work, then I can definitely make it understanding better and stuff like that. I think it'd be really nice to see exactly like how that works and stuff. So I'm kind of curious about it as well. So
yeah, I always
just
like to look at how other people do it before I rewrite
Yeah.
things. So
Yep. All right. Coolio. Shay, go ahead.
What?
Oh, for the technical department.
goals for the next week. It looks like you have a couple of things already listed.
Yeah,
off.
I was gonna try to get the like a new system for placing items in the scene. Like I guess I sort of looked out. Let's try to get some really rough new UI for the book based on what we talked before, and then like a new way of placing items from the book into the world, and then also like remove the old crafting stations that we had in there and make it so you just press a button to craft things. I'm gonna
Woot.
Do you think I don't know if I mentioned this or not, removing the purple playmat from the play area?
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna do that. So I was
Yeah.
gonna get rid of. There was like a system where like you had two set locations, like a set location for your food and a set location for your toy. And like the way it worked before was you basically the way it was working like for the one like the thing we made for the competition. The like you craft something and it would just like you click on the toy area and you go craft a toy and it would just go into your toy area. So that's all changing where you like can place an item anywhere in the world. So yeah, I was gonna get rid of the like set locations for toys and treats.
Awesome. Okay. Fully coolly. Thank you, Shay. Okay, art department.
So since the mailbox is done, I have on the task list for Jared to model the envelope, which would be open, like it'll be animated, so it'll need to open and close. I have on here for him, if he gets that done, to do the cat tunnel. Although I'm wondering if I should set him on modeling the collar first before doing anything.
Color is important because we need to have the mood and everything. Okay, so when you left, when you left the meeting and everything, we talked about the tubes and the cat tunnels and everything. And so what we decided was that we decided that we're going to use the cat tunnels as a different region. So we're going to take out the desert one and just make a cat tunnel region.
Ooh.
Yeah. So it's going to So in other words, so in other words, modeling a new region based upon like just cat tunnels.
What that also means is that we don't need to worry about it as much right now, but
right.
we want to use them because we already have some of them, and I think the cat tunnels will be fun to see like how they evolve when you level up the tower.
Yeah.
Right.
But for now, we need to just concentrate on the first level. If we have a deadline for August, then
yeah.
How close is that second, like the castle tower to be? I think.
I feel like there was something else you needed to do to optimize.
Is it mostly like you need to sort of make it? You need to sort of make the upgrade levels. I know, right?
I think he had those. I think that he has them all as separate.
It might be nice because it might be nice to get a second tower of some sort in there.
A second region so that we have something other than the first one.
So we have two, just like to get the concept of switching.
Yeah, no, I agree. Even if it's not leveled up all the way, at least something else. So that would probably be good.
Wait, I'm confused.
I'm confused too.
Tower.
So for the demo, we're trying to encapsulate the first thing, the baseline for the entire game, like demonstrate everything that it'll do. So for that, we'll have the first level and creating everything for the first level, and then also gathering parts and then moving to the second level. So 2 levels is actually probably required for a good playable demo.
Oh yeah. So we would start with cardboard, and then we'd be able to
update.
We want to be able to upgrade to the final castle tower?
So the cardboard is its own region. So you would just
Yeah.
upgrade the cardboard, but you would also be getting stuff to go to the castle region.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome.
Really,
Or did he also make I think that was one of the things he maybe did a little while ago was he also making materials for building castle? There's a rock.
he modeled a rock, and
Yeah,
that'll be
the rock was a
crafting
material
it.
for that. Okay.
We'd need cloth too. I think fabric, we have that as a model. As it's just a needle and string
Yeah.
to represent fabric. See how many times can we level up each tower?
Currently the cardboard one has 5 levels.
Do we want to stay at 5 though for all towers?
I think we're going to stay to 3.
3.
But
So I would need to edit the concepts to
Is
just narrow it down to 3 levels instead of 5.
You don't
Charlotte,
have.
this sound familiar?
Okay, so
For now we can have like 5 levels of the cardboard. Just leave it the way it is.
Yeah.
And have 3 levels of the castle one or something. I don't know. They don't have to be the same
yeah,
necessarily.
they don't have to be the same.
Okay.
I would agree with that. If you already have 5 levels, because I've been thinking about it, and because we're gonna max out one, and then the next one might not be as many. I don't know. It might be nice if some of them went a little further than just 3. So, since you already have that one going to 5, maybe we just keep it at 5. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Yeah. It also, I mean, it wouldn't be hard to cut out. The one that's 5 wouldn't be hard to cut out
That's true.
too. But
As
Basically,
long as it doesn't take a lot of time to do it.
you jump like from what's currently stage 1 to stage 3.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Good job, Shay. Thank you for making it easy in my head again. Because I was thinking about it complicated.
The Zach did concept art for the castle that had 6 levels also, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was just looking at
Yeah. I just can't think of it right now. I think Jared, he already modeled each level. I mean, it would have made sense if you modeled it that way.
Good
You
point.
would just like model the first small piece and then copy and paste it and then keep modeling on from that. But yeah, that'll be one of my tasks for this week is to just narrow it down to 3. In the concept, I'm gonna do some concept art for the book UI, how that'll look. Like we talked about having some rustic looking pages.
Right.
What are you guys wanting to use for pages? Like, and how they'll be animated?
I'm sorry. You can please explain. I'm just not exactly sure what you're asking.
Paper?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a regular book, yeah.
Yeah. There's no just regular book pages.
It's 1 page at a time.
Egg white, maybe. Yeah.
Is that answering your question, or are you asking me a different question?
For my part, it works.
Okay.
It works.
But,
Okay.
for Jared's part, when it's getting modeled, like I don't know if we have a designated number of pages already modeled.
So
I know David was working on it, or wanting to work on it.
my idea was it didn't really have a lot of separate pages.
Yeah.
We sort of, again, there's sort of like a animation that sort of fakes a page turning.
It's basically a book
Like-
model with a page
But you
model
don't-
that animates. It's only 2
like
pieces.
you have a single page that animates across, and it can just animate over and over again. And maybe, I mean, you can play the animation backwards if you want. Like if they press the back button, they go back to the previous page. You can play it backwards.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna fake it.
And then theoretically, theoretically, you can sort of infinitely turn pages, and not run out of them. But
Right. Okay. So those will be my focus. Do you guys have any thoughts on how I can improve the, like right now we don't have many stationary toys. We only have the felt mouse. And I think those trophies would be a good idea as other stationary toys rewards that would be given for each tier. Unlock.
Oh, so okay.
I might just like all trophies have that one fish. Maybe change them each to have a different object on the top.
Trophies.
So yeah, so there was a thought of there was an idea of
art page.
so the idea that about was trophies was like whenever you upgrade and stuff, you actually get like a fish trophies. Um, I
It sounds like scope creep to me.
it might be something new that I don't think we've ever thought about.
If it's a toy that you place, I don't mind the idea, but I don't want an additional like system.
I don't know if I have.
Oh, that's not an additional system. It's just another toy you can earn.
Oh, another toy.
Oh, like so sounds like a different
basically
system for how you earn it.
Oh,
The fish trophies are just toys that you can place in the play area.
okay. If they're just toys, that's fine.
But how do you get them?
Yeah, they would be like if you may receive one if you unlock the first tier of the castle. I don't know how.
It sounds like it's a new system for awarding that though. Is the thing.
Yeah.
And probably that gets into just like it's easy to like technically it's easy to like if they upgrade or if they get a new thing, you just give them a trophy in the inventory. But there's a lot of you'd want some sort of like conveying to the user that you earned this trophy, and there's like I don't know, there ends up being a lot of work and that sort of stuff.
So we'll push this further. Don't need to focus on that. So that's fine. So animation wise, if David needs to do anything else with the mouse model, I'll let him know about our thoughts on the random paths, and then if we have that completed, I put on there to start thinking about the butterfly animation, which would be similar, like on random paths, but it would have its own unique animation.
Will the butterfly float around? And I guess butterfly float around and stuff like that.
Yes, like
okay. Okay, that's
Is it
that's
a
gonna be
toy?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a toy.
So you're wanting a butterfly to float around as a toy?
Well, it doesn't need to be a toy. It's a butterfly. So
I would say it's.
So
I would say it's a toy.
I have a thought. In Neko Atsume, they have these things like they call. I think that one of them's called Mr. Butterfly, and it's like on a spring that sits on the floor, kind of like a real toy. And it just look in there. It doesn't. It's not animated or anything, but it's just it's like on a spring. And in real life, they have like these plastic butterflies on the end, and they sort of flutter when they're moved, and they're real easy to move because they're on a spring.
Could you share? Would that be easy to find an image of that?
Let me see if I can find one.
Don't want to copy them, but
because let's see, butterfly cat toy. Here we go.
Like that. There it is.
Yep, that's kind of like it. And I'm copying. Hold on, let me give you a screen I'll. Where is it? There it is.
Oh, I see it.
It depends on what you guys think is cooler.
Also, like,
Would it be
if you
cool to
just-
have like have it flying around the scene, or have it on a spring or on a string?
It's unfortunate because they have both in Nico Natsume. So they also got.
I would have it as a toy for now, at least.
There, I've posted it in, like, if you
That's-
scroll
yeah, it's a
down,
real one.
it's at the bottom of the chat in the meeting. I posted
Okay.
a picture of a real one.
I would have it
Okay.
as a toy for now.
'Cause we're lacking placed toys anyway, and that would be a
Yeah,
good thing to
and
have.
then like
So
a
a place
butterfly
that has a
floating
little
around
bit
the
of animation.
just having a butterfly floating around the scene seems like a different thing.
Yeah, I kind of want to stick to the same categories that we have, and if we do this, we'll have another placed item, which we're sort of. The cat can
So-
interact with it, but we don't do anything to it. We put it in the scene, and then the cat can play with it.
Yeah.
Would it have an animation though?
Yes.
A little bit of flutter.
Yeah, a little bit
Yeah,
of flutter,
yeah.
and
It would-
it might
I
have
think
some
they don't
spring
really
action.
move a lot on their own, right?
No, they don't move on their own, only when they're
Uh,
interacted with.
But yeah, when the cat hits it, it would
Yeah.
have an animation for when the cat hits it.
Yeah.
It's so weird. Okay. Sorry. I'm going from screen to screen.
This might be for down the line, but being able to place the butterfly, not just on the floor, but like on top of a base or something.
Mm,
I wonder about. I don't think we're going to have a lot of places to play. I don't think everything's like. So the tower's set, and then other things are set. I don't know exactly like. Yeah.
we might look at it down the line. I
But
think
then
for
down
right
the line.
now, I adjust the floor.
Custom animation.
That'll keep it
Animation,
simple.
movement.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
That's it for us.
Okay, cool. All right, thank you, Art. Definitely appreciate it. Sorry. I'll do this later. Okay. Alrighty. There was one thing I did not. Oh wait, what am I? There's one thing I did not talk about that I'm just realizing, and it is that some audio was placed by by Greg. I haven't had a chance to listen to it yet, so take a listen to it and give him feedback on it, please, if you can. So awesome. August 10th for a possible like good beta to be able to test out with and stuff. And we through Google Play can also reach out to other folks as well and have them try it out and get feedback. That's gonna be really great. So that's a really great deadline. That's a really good deadline. Okay, cool. Is there anything else needs to be talked about before we end for the day?
No, if you guys would like to continue working after this, we can stay online, but I will stop streaming.
Okay. Go ahead, Zach. I'm sorry.
For the collar, see how I need to instruct Jared to model the collar, since we'll have the little diamonds around the collar and the main one to glow the specific color. Let's see.
Ooh, I love it.
So
And
you
then
need
we
to
can make
model-
LED collars for ourselves if we ever show it. That'd be awesome. Sorry.
But, does he need to model like 7 different collars with the colors that will just switch in and out, or
I would
No.
make one color and change the color on the.
Yeah,
It-
the
gives
material
the
would be
LED
the
glow.
same on the jewels, but it'd be the same color.
It gives us more control. We can like change what colors we use at any point.
okay?
So it sounds like there might be 3 different objects: the collar, the ring to hold the gem, and then the gem itself. Does that make sense?
I mean, they don't have to be separate like models. Or
Okay.
Yeah, they just have
Well-
to be different materials.
Well, yeah. Does the
Like-
tool that he uses, Shay, does it separate materials and stuff like that? I forget.
It has like most of his models have multiple meshes.
Right.
They're like a single FBX single model, but they have
Mhm.
multiple meshes, and then
Okay.
each mesh has its own material.
Each mesh has their own material. Okay. So we'll just we'll go along that path. Okay. Cool.
Okay, so you'll be able to add the color and glow to.
Yeah. Yeah, we can do it. We can do it, and Unity can handle that and stuff like that. We just need the object itself, and then we can change the material and stuff like that in code and in the engine.
Okay, great.
Cool. Awesome, awesome. I really wish I could show it. So go if you want to. Anybody go to the screen of the thing in order to see it. I can't show you it because I'm sharing my screen and stuff like that. So there's a few. Zach has the gym itself and different colors and everything. They look really good, and it works very well. So I'm very happy about that. Alrighty. There was one thing that wasn't talked about, and one thing that was talked about was the cats. Was there discussion about like all the different cats we have and stuff like that? Have we made a decision upon that? I don't know exactly sure yet.
It's not solidified.
Not solidified. Okay. So so how about this? This coming week, if we like at RJD meeting, decide on cats.
I don't think we decide on exactly all the cats we're gonna have right now.
Well, I guess for August 10th.
We probably want. So we have a few right now that I guess could all be in the cardboard area. It'd be nice if we had at least one for the castle area.
A specialty?
Maybe a couple for the castle area.
A specialty one?
Well, they're
What
just
do you mean
themed to
specialty
each
ones?
area, right?
They're,
Maybe each area.
There's
Yeah.
not really any special ones.
They're just themed to each region.
There's different cats.
Yeah, okay.
I would think
So
all
yeah,
the
I'd have
ones
a
that
couple cats for the castle. Would be nice.
All right. So we can talk about that.
Sounds good.
Cool.
All right. So
Awesome,
you
awesome.
Plan on being at our Run Jump Dev?
Yeah,
Okay.
cool.
We'll be there.
Okay, everybody. Thank you for everything that y'all do. You do excellent work. Love you, appreciate you, definitely. Just continue on the path, and let's. August 10th is going to be a really cool thing to see, and we can do what we can and just communicate and make it work. And if anybody's the folks that are not here today, if you need any questions and everything, let us know. Alrighty. Cool. Everybody, have a good Sunday and have a good week. And we'll see you next week.
All right. See you guys.
See you later.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.